There's only so much one person can do. Even a superhero like you, Chris.
I'm no superhero. But together, we can end this.
Resident Evil is one of the longest-running successful series in the history of gaming. Not only that, but it is also still one of the best, with developer Capcom managing to keep things fresh and never being afraid of taking risks with the formula. Resident Evil 5 has you once again in the experienced shoes of Chris Redfield, who is arguably the lead character of the series. His partner this time is Sheva, an African agent working for the BSAA, an anti-bioterrorist organization that Chris is also working for. When playing co-op, Sheva is controlled by the second player. However, if you choose to play alone, Sheva will be taken over by a somewhat capable AI. She's a pretty decent shot and does a good job of usually not getting herself killed. While obviously not going into any detail of the plot, it can be said that this is a great story for the series. Not only does it make sense, provided you read all the documents scattered around the levels, but also does a good job of tying most of the overall story of the series together.
What?
One welcome change for this series is Resident Evil 5 also introduces checkpoints and automatic save to the game, which means death isn't too much of an inconvenience this time. The other major feature this time around is the addition of co-op play. Now, while being able to play with others isn't exactly a first for the series, it is safe to say that this is the first time it is done extremely well. It also adds another layer of tension to the game, because if either you or your partner die, it's game over. So, working together and helping each other is definitely the key to survival. This is a game that was built to be played with a friend. You'll be able to swap items, heal each other, and use a variety of context-sensitive team assist moves. And this is all best to be done online, because the split screen, well, it just doesn't look very good. What does look good are the graphics, especially its lighting effects, which do a great job of capturing the bright African sun. The environments are very well designed and impressively varied and detailed. And there are even some areas in the game that would make a great argument for Capcom developing the next Indiana Jones game. So there's an important question you're probably waiting for me to answer. Is the game scary? Well, in a word, no. It still has that great, thick, creepy atmosphere the series is known for, but the shock scares are gone. The thing is, this really isn't that bad, because while not scary, Resident Evil 5 is still very thrilling and will have your adrenaline pumping on a regular basis. Sure, this is no longer a survival horror game, but there's definitely nothing wrong with a great action title. However, with that said, you still can't move when aiming your gun. Now sure, this does a good job of making the game a lot tenser as a group of zombies are moving towards you, but it is also a very artificial way of doing it. To be honest, because of last year's fantastic Dead Space, Resident Evil 5 shooting mechanics feel a little dated now. Dead Space proved these kind of games can allow you to walk and shoot at the same time and still be scary as all hell. One place Resident Evil 5 does have Dead Space beat though, is in the variety of action. This game has it all. From manning turrets to well-used quick-time events to vehicle levels and a cover system that is occasionally used in the later parts of the game. The beauty of Resident Evil 5's pacing is that many hours into the game it still feels fresh because it's always introducing completely new features to the game. If there is one place Resident Evil 5 does lack in variety, it's in the enemy's appearance, as you'll find yourself facing the same faces of zombies over and over again, and this can definitely hurt the game's immersion. Even with its flaws, Resident Evil 5 is a great game for the series, with action that is a ton of fun and plenty of tense moments, even if they are a bit too artificial at times. The game manages to stay feeling fresh and thrilling all the way through to the final battle, and it looks absolutely incredible. The story is mostly well-paced and told with cinematics of extremely high production value. While the co-op is not exactly a game changer, it is a very welcome addition to the series, and the game is definitely a lot more fun when played this way. After all, if there are three certainties in life, it's death, taxes, and the fact that killing zombies is always more fun with a partner.